I have a lot of new videos on the way. I'm currently playing through it again on my Switch One, but I have missed my turn-based combat, so here we are. So we've done, drop my controller. Yeah, a lot of wide lenses. So we're gonna be doing some turn-based content because Legends Day has been a lot of fun, but I've kind of missed, like, because things are different, right? And I've kind of missed like some of the old moves and stuff like that. So we've done Kanto all the way through Unova. I'm sorry, Sinnoh, and now we're gonna give Unova a shot. So just so everybody knows, this is like my take, so to speak, on like what Mega Evolution could and should be for some of these Pokemon. So this modified Pokemon, but every single gym leader and trainer, I guess every single trainer we face are going to be level 100. They're going to have like for example, Katie's going to lead off with an Ursaluna. So yeah, I think it's justified. Now if you got nothing to do. All right, happy Friday. Let's get this on the road, I guess. Yo, let's do it. All right, perfect. So we're gonna start off with Emboar, shiny Emboar. I guess we'll do a team preview just so everyone knows what to expect. I'll go over it briefly. Yeah, Glaive Rush. All right, so anyways, we've got shiny Emboar. Gave him Rock Head, so to combo with Flare Blitz and Terra Electric Volt Tackles for no recoil. And then the close combat's gonna proc with the Eject Panic on the defense drops. That way we can get free switches anytime we want. Contrary Superior with Leaf Storm and Draco Meteor, similar to this Sceptile set that we ran earlier. And then Terra Stellar, Terra Star Storms. They're gonna be sick. And then Giga Drain to get back to full health, heal all of us back. Sharpness boosted, Kowtow Cleaves, and Razor Cells. Yes. Now, why didn't I use Ceaseless Edge? I don't like the chance to miss. And that's why I got the wide lens with the 95% accurate Razor Shell. Excadrill, I'm hoping for some Serene Grace flinches with Iron Head and Rock Slide. Also gave him Accelerock. Pretty much standard Galvantula, nothing interesting here. But I gave Hydreigon the Mega Launcher ability for Mega Launcher boosted Dark Pulses and Dragon Pulses, and here it held the Air Balloon so for the Levitate mixture. I don't know why I gave Haxorus Compound Eyes. We don't have anything that can miss, but we gave him Glaive Rush, Close Combat, and Gigaton Hammer. Crocodile, nothing really different here. We gave Zoroark Hisuian Zoroark instead of the Unovan one, Bitter Malice and Blood Moon, which is pretty cool. And I gave Chandelure, Shiny Chandelure, Moongeist Beam, because I think that's going to be a good one. And then Conkeldur's rocking Iron Fist, Punching Glove, all the different... Oh, maybe I should give him Rage Fist. I guess it's too late now, but Jet Punch just for some priority and punching moves. And then Hisuian Braviary, the better Braviary, in my opinion, because the Shiny looks awesome. But with all of that out of the way, these are our 12 Pokemon that we're going to be using in this Nuzlocke fashion Gauntlet style. We're going to go through all 8 gym leaders. I guess 3 Elite Four members, because I'm not going to face Larry twice. He's going to have the same team. Gita, our rivals, Team Star members, and I haven't made it through yet. I think there's something like 23, 24 battles or so, but that's kind of where we're at. But yeah, let's have some fun. All right, so yeah, she sends out the Ursaluna. Who knows who's coming? Shiny Emboar looks good. Shiny Mega Emboar probably looks even better if I'm honest. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm sure it looks pretty dope. All right, so close combat. We do outspeed. And we don't get the one shot, which I am a bit surprised about. I'm not going to lie. Stab, super effective, close combat. All right. But the good thing is, instead of taking this Headlong Rush, we're going to proc our Eject Pack. And then we're going to go straight into Hydreigon, who's holding the Air Balloon. And we're not going to take any damage. Yeah, Headlong Rush. Okay, perfect. So that's good news then. Alright, and then we could use Dark Pulse or Dragon Pulse, it doesn't really matter, but I guess Dragon Pulse because I know she has 3 Dragon types for some reason. I don't understand why, but that's okay. Alright. So now another Pokemon. No, we'll stay in. Alright, so I'm wondering if we should try here to do Dragon Pulse, because I think they like to go for like... let me check my docs here. Let's see. Yeah, I guess they like to go for Sunny Day, so let's do that. Dragon Pulse. Ooh, we get the one shot. Oh, it's because of crit. Okay, so we got a lucky crit, but that's okay. I'm gonna get my docs out here because I'm just uncertain of what they're gonna use. Oh no, I want to hit no. Okay, so I can't believe we one shot Goodra like a tanky behemoth. All right, low kicks. Okay, so low kicks I think has throat chop, agility, and axe kick. Can't talk. I doubt that I'm faster. I don't want to get hit by a straight axe kick. I don't know if I should have focus sashed you, but I guess you could go for agility too, because you may not see the KO on axe kick, but at least we resist it with Galvantula. So I think that's probably the best thing to do here. Teeth. Oh my goodness, that was not very effective? Bro, that did so much still. He could see the KO. I don't know who's faster. I don't know if I want to risk you already, if I'm honest, you know? But I'm thinking that Excadrill most likely outspeeds, but we could go just switch right back into Emboar. Because what could you use? I bet you're going to go for agility. Yeah, I bet you go for agility. Excadrill. Okay. I didn't see that coming. Mainly because I didn't know you had that. Okay. So, I'm not super concerned by that though. So I guess we're just going to go for Flare Blitz just to do some damage. Or maybe, yeah, we'll just go for Flare Blitz. They go for agility. I think that's going to be the last thing that they do. Right? Because there's no way Emboar doesn't KO. What if the blue flames on, or what if the Flare Blitz animation, the fire matched the blue flames? That would be sick. Okay. Oops, I keep doing that. Araquanid. Okay, so Araquanid is kind of scary. So Araquanid has Waterfall, Pounce, and Iron Defense that I know of. I bet they go for Waterfall from the Vetman. I guess it's not the greatest to go to Superior. We could flip turn, because you're probably going to use a bug move afterwards. So I guess, yeah, I bet you go for either Iron Defense or Waterfall. So I think Samurott makes the most sense here. Watch him go for a straight Pounce. That'd be messed up. Dude, why? Why would you do that? Wow, man. I still think I'm faster, and I think I can at least flip turn out of here and do some damage. No way! I forgot they have Water Absorb. Hopefully this doesn't crit. Please don't crit. Okay, so terrible moves. Okay, so we're just gonna move on from here and just go straight to Excadrill. All right, so that was a huge misplay. So they probably just go for Pounce again, right? No way they go for Waterfall. Okay, great. So now they might go for Waterfall though, which makes me in a little bit of a pickle. So I guess it's like, I don't know if we can tank that first of all, because that was like quad resisted. Is the goal to get you in? I think the goal is to get you in, because now you go for Waterfall for sure. Right? Shiny Superior looks pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. Lunge! I think I'm gonna have to take a sack, honestly. This is like going oddly terrible. Alright, so I shouldn't have brought you being weak to bugs, right? So we got the attack boost, which is like good. I don't want to like lose you, because like one more attack we're definitely done. I guess it's interesting that you went for Lunge on Excadrill and not Waterfall. Right? So maybe it was correct to go to Excadrill. Because now you don't go, maybe you just go for Pounce now. It's good information on the Lunge though. Okay, so not great that you went for Lunge and dropped my attack. But we have Serene Grace Rock Slide, maybe we get the flinch. Okay, that sucks. It's not a two-shot. Okay, so we got the flinch, which is great. Yeah, no crit. Another flinch. All right, perfect. So just in case, we're gonna hit the Excel Rock for 100% accuracy and priority in case they have something weird. All right, great. So I probably should just not done that with my superior, but that's okay. All right. Oops. No. All right. Who is it next? Hydrapple. Okay, so Hydrapple has the Shell Bell, which I dislike. Super sweet syrup, huh? Alright, let's see. They have Dragon Pulse, Yawn, and Fickle Beam. I resist like everything, so I think I'm just gonna Iron Head. Mifa, I don't know if it's Mifa Dio. Oh, flinch. Okay, great. Hey, what's going on? I just want to say I recognize your name, and I promise that I will be making the conversion video that you asked. Giga Drain almost got me. Okay, I will be making that, but I have a couple of Legends ZA stuff I want to get done first. But I promise it's coming. Okay, so they have Giga Drain combined with the Shell Bell recovery. That's pretty nasty, dude. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna write that down. All right, so they're probably gonna use Giga Drain again. Either way, I think it's you that's best because I don't want to send Hydreigon in on like a stray Dragon Pulse or Fickle Beam because maybe they see the KO with that on Excadrill. Giga Drain. Okay, so I guess now we just have to hope and pray that we get back to full health with the Shell Bell. They do. Wow, that did absolutely nothing. That's crazy. Okay, so I want to use Drain Punch to start just to make sure I survive whatever they're going to be using. Man, that's just not as much as I was hoping it would be. How much HP back though? About 50. Dragon Pulse. How much does that do? Way too much. Dude, I'm gonna get someone sacked here. No way. Oh my goodness. I think the only option I have then, it's not the only option, but sorry, Galvantula. I didn't really like you much that anyways, but let's see. Dragon Pulse. Okay, so that's the end of Galvantula, unfortunately. Okay, so I guess our next options are... Do we think Hydreigon? I think this might be the time to Terra, huh? I think we got the Terra Steel type. So Terra Steel Dragon Pulse. I'm kind of nervous to see like... Oh, fighting? I didn't even... Why did I do fighting? Okay. I thought it was going to be... Alright, how does Emboar get Volt Tackle? Because I modified them, this is like my definition of what I would do for Pokemon to be Mega Evolutions. So that's how there's going to be custom moves and custom abilities you see here. It's basically I'm going against modified trainers, so I'm using modified Pokemon. Okay, so we didn't even need to Terra, which doesn't feel great. But Mega Launcher boosted Dragon Pulses are crushing it right now. Okay, so who's next? Okay, so this is... Yeah, we already lost our first Pokemon. It was a good Volt Switcher too. Okay, so I don't think that Flygon has any way to hurt me. Because they're gonna Trash Slice into the Dragon type. We still have our Air Balloon intact, which is great. So they can't Earthquake us. And I'm doubting that Dragon Claw even KOs. So I think they're just gonna go for a Screech. And I think that, I mean, if we KO Hydrapple in one hit, we definitely KO Flygon in one hit. Right? Alright, one battle, one death. That's great. Great news. We're starting off hot. I mean, honestly, the problem though is that I just brought like random Pokemon. It's like, what do I expect from that, you know? So, alright. Alright, so we'll plan just like a little bit here. Window capture, yeah. This one's gonna be the Pokemon Violet docks, right? Nope, not that one. Alright, trainer docks. Let's see. sharing right now. All right, let's get the docs on the screen so we can go through this. Window capture. Yeah. The window should be trainer docs. All right, perfect. So here we go. So this is what we got going on. We got Brassius next. All right, so it is a little incomplete, but it's because I'm learning as we go. All right, so the first thing is I guess we have to find out who we want to face against Alolan Exeggutor, or against Sudowoodo. That doesn't feel good. Let's go Unova. Yes, Unova is Blake. I think it was you that might have used the Galvantula strategy in our draft league. I already killed Galvantula. I'm sorry, that doesn't feel good to say out loud. That's why Katie has Hydrapple. Seriously, Katie, the Hydrapple smoked us. Okay, so the only thing I know is that Sudowoodo has a Rock Slide, and I think they have Rattled because they weren't KO'd in one hit. So I guess who do I want to go? I guess we'll just start with the Serp then. You know, Serperior. Okay. You're not going to be good into a Grass Gym. Neither are you. Ooh, Chandelure would be good into a Grass Gym. And I think you'd be good into a Grass Gym. Alright. So this is the team that we're going to take in against Brassius. Alright. So let's do it then. Alright. No, poor Electric Spider. I know, I didn't want to do it. They took like 60 to 70% on a resisted axe kick from a low kicks, and that was like the end of it. That was when I knew their fate was sealed. I'm sorry. Okay, so Sudowoodo. Okay, so remember he had Rock Slide. So we want to start this off with a Leaf Storm to get a special attack boost. David Abe, what's going on? How you doing? Glad you made it. I can't wait to hear more about your Legends EA ROM hack, if I'm honest. Okay, so we got the Leaf Storm, by the way, in Legends EA is completely busted. I've been using on Meganium, and I'm about to be using Solar Beam on a Solar Beam on Venusaur. I can't wait for it. Okay, so this thing is quite tanky, but we just got a special attack boost. Yeah, Terra Stellar looks good. But they might use a Draco Drop too, right? That's like the thing that they might do. If we look at it. Draco Meteor or Outrage, because I don't think they're going to use Leaf Storm. So I think that's fine. I think we can just like let that happen, right? Yeah. And Draco Meteor them. Is it a Nuzlocke? This is a Nuzlocke, yes. Nuzlocke rules, pretty much. Okay, great. So it was a crit. I think that was unnecessary. Yeah, so this is going to be a Nuzlocke rule, so Galvantula cannot be used anymore. Just not doing the between gym leaders, you know, gathering the Pokemon. Just made like 12 predetermined Pokemon just because I think I just like that gameplay a little better in my opinion. Okay, so we have Lilligant. I don't know what moves they have though, is what I'm wondering. They've only shown Sunny Day in close combat. We could potentially survive a close combat, but just in case, we could send you in. Yeah, I like that better. I don't want to be catching strays because I feel like enemy Pokemon always do like much more damage than noticeable. Is Sudowoodo banded? I don't know if they're banded. I'm kind of like gathering information as I go to find out what moves and abilities they have, so I'm unsure. They haven't lived that long, if I'm honest. Okay, so the Sunny Day boosts my flamethrowers now. Solar Blade. Really? That's what you're gonna reveal now, huh? Okay. Flamethrower, this should KO then. Yeah, definitely. Okay. Solar Blade. Who would have known that they had Solar Blade? That was pretty cool though. I'm gonna write that down. I don't ever want to forget this stuff. Okay, and then they're gonna switch in another Pokemon. Who are they switching in? They're switching in Torterra. Okay, so if we look at what Torterra has, they have Leech Seed. Straighten this out a little bit. Alright, so they have Leech Seed, Seed Bomb, Earthquake, and Charm. So I bet they're gonna go for Earthquake, but I think that with the Sun Up, we just like, there's no shot that they survive this, right? Yeah, it's perfect. Okay, great. To those who ask, yes, I will make a ZA ROM hack when there are tools to modify trainers in ZA. I also might replace rogue Megas with other Megas that haven't been rogue before. That would be sick, I'm not gonna lie, David. I hope you do that. And I hope I can test it. So I definitely want to test it. Okay, so we have Shiftry. So Shiftry has Dark Pulse, Leaf Blade, and Throat Chop. So it doesn't look like they've revealed Sucker Punch against me. Oops. It doesn't look like they've revealed Sucker Punch against me, which is good. Okay, so I think Flamethrower again. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so she set up her son and it just like really messed her up. Will Mega Ray be in there? Yes, David, tell the people. Will Mega Rayquaza, will Mega Shiny Rayquaza be in there? Okay, who's your ace? It's Trevenant. Okay, so Trevenant is gonna Terra Psychic. Doesn't have Ferret. And you're probably gonna use Poltergeist. So you could probably attack my, if I'm looking at this right, I might just go to Hydreigon and get attacked by my air balloon that's not very effective, and then Dark Pulse should KO. And then I think we've done this death list. Yeah, I think the problem was I didn't even game plan for Katie. I was just like, I want to use these 6. You sure can. You can test the difficulty. Ooh. Please, bring it on. It's going to be awesome. Mega Rayquaza might not be in there since I'm not sure how it could add it in, unfortunately. I'm still waiting on the release of PK Hex, if I'm honest, because, you know, obviously the DLC is going to have, like, Pokemon like Sceptile and stuff like that. Can we generate that or not? Do we have to wait, you know? Just an interesting moment to wait for, I guess. I don't very effective, honestly. Alright. But that also means that it's probably good news for my Dark Pulse. Perfect. Great. Awesome. Okay. Good news. You should add absent moves in Pokemon like Luminescent and Platinum. Luminescent and Platinum, man, I want to play that game again. That was a good ROM hack. I want to know. I don't know what team I should use if I could do another. I want to do another Nuzlocke and Luminescent Platinum one day. I don't know what team I should use though. Give me suggestions, anybody. I would have ZA had a decomp, otherwise that might never happen. True, yeah. You have an idea for a name? Yeah, let's hear your name. Alright, so next is gonna be Iono. Okay. So Iono's coming up next. Alright, so she has a Bellybolt, an Ampharos. Here. Okay, Ampharos, Lantern, Milotic, Toxtricity, and a Terraflying Regieleki. Let's see. So, I guess it would make sense to bring Crocodile here, right, over Emboar for sure. And Chandelure should not come as a fire type, and Haxorus should. Yeah. And I think I might want to give you Stone Edge instead. Alright, so we got the team. Just gonna modify some movesets. Haxorus, do you learn Stone Edge? Maybe that's why I give you Compound Eyes. You don't learn Stone Edge? Dude, that's so disappointing. I feel like you do learn Stone Edge. Is it just not a TM? You don't learn Stone Edge? Bro, how is that even a possibility? Alright, so the first one is going to be... Yeah. Alright, so I think we're going to go as Bellybolt first. So I think Crocodile is going to be the best case scenario. What is decomp? Pretty curious. Me too. Basically the entire game, but open source in a way. I see. So you could mod... add more things and stuff that isn't really possible to do. What are the Pokemon games that are decomp? Yes, this is a good conversation. I want to know this. Like, what customization abilities are possible? And what could you do with Legends ZA? Because I think there's some pretty dope stuff that probably exists. Okay, so first things first, I want an Earthquake because you're probably going to set up the rain. I've noticed you like to do, right? Yeah, you like to set up the rain. And then, just in case that they want to switch, I'm going to use Knockoff. They don't switch. Okay, no big deal. I just wanted to catch something on the Switch and maybe find out whose hold item is what. But I bet my Lodic or Lantern. What is Lantern? Lantern has Scald. That's the only thing I know, and it's Water Absorb. Okay, so I think if it's gonna be a water move, yeah, it's probably you. You resist both. You also resist both, but we can get health back with Giga Drain. Okay. Pokemon Emerald is decomp too. It totally makes sense. Is Let's Go decomp? Oh, Let's Go is not, I guess. Let's Go doesn't have a decomp. I guess that's why there's no ROM hacks being made. Okay, so we get Scalded. No burn. Not like it matters anyways. And I think the first thing we want to do is Leaf Storm. Okay. Kind of disappointing, but that's fine. Thunder Wave. This guy. Alright. So I did not know that he had Thunder Wave, but it makes sense to have a status move of some kind, right? Or to paralyze you. Okay, so now we know. But I still, I guess on that note, still want to use Giga Drain to try to get some... We're still faster. We are speed invested, but wow. I did not expect that. Okay. So that's good then. Got some health back with Giga Drain. The rain stopped. I don't know if that matters. Ampharos. What do we think Ampharos is going to do? So Ampharos has Meteor Beam, Thunder, and Dazzling Gleam. So I guess I'm just going to use a Leaf Storm and hope he goes for a Meteor Beam. We're still faster even though we're paralyzed. Okay. And we got the crit. I think the crit was not necessary, but dope. You've been thinking about Let's Go ROM hack? Do you mean you've been thinking about Let's Go ROM hack like you've been thinking about making one? Or you've been thinking like that there should be one? Oh, oops. Because I wanted to Nuzlocke Let's Go as well, but then because of Mega Evolution, but then I stopped because I was upset with like no hold items, no abilities, and I just felt like the depth of gameplay would be so much like lower. Okay, so my Lodic has shown Scald and Weatherfall. So they haven't necessarily shown Ice Beam, but doesn't mean they don't have it. So they have Rain Dance. Okay. And wow, okay, my Giga Drain just completely KOs it. Okay. So we get more information. There we run, which is nice. Alright, so my Lodic's down. But in the meantime, I'll think of some Rogue Megas to possibly add in place to the other ones. I mean, honestly, like every Mega should be like a Rogue Mega, you know? I wonder what moves they would have. I was just like facing the Rogue Mega Frostlass just before this, and you know, there's that part where they drop all the icicles, and then you have to hide behind it, and they basically use sheer cold on you. Like, oh yeah, Rogue Mega Malamar would be dope too. That's, you know, because I want to see like what all their moves would be, right? And then the Cyclones from Rogue Mega Altaria, right? Like I just want to see all of their Mega moves, I guess, so to speak. Okay, so this isn't probably wise to be out in front of with Toxtricity, but they haven't shown me a poison move. So I guess there's like no reason to switch because of that, right? So I'm just gonna use Terra Starstorm. Yeah, they don't have a poison move, I don't think. And now we get paralyzed. Okay, so I think, how much did that do? 120? So we're dead to a crit, which is kind of pathetic. But we at least resist it with you. And then I think Toxtricity is slower than Excadrill for sure. They wouldn't use Weather Ball, right? Acid Spray they have. I was concerned that you didn't have anything. Okay, so Drill Run. Interesting. They would have used Acid Spray. Acid Spray. Alright, and then now she's going to send out... Who is it? It's the Regieleki, right? Yeah, and then you're going to Terra Flying. Okay. So Terra Flying, so they have... we resist everything that they might have. So Rock Slide it is. Okay, great. Perfect. I've been thinking about either Mega Glalie, yeah. That would be Mega Chandelure. Yes. There's like so many cool megas, but some of them, like Chandelure, I haven't been able to like see them fight much because although they're like have high defenses, high speed, all that, they went down really quickly for me. Mega Excadrill almost swept my entire team once. Mega Electros almost swept my entire team once. You know, but Mega Chandelure was never a problem. So seeing them in like a rogue Mega setting, I think would be like amazing. I want to see their true potential. All right. Well, we one shot with Rock Slide. If we didn't, we were gonna hit him with a priority. I'm sorry, Accelerock if they survive. So that was good. A Primal Groudon using Precipice Blades? That would be very similar to the Rogue Mega Tyranitar, but that would still be sick. That would be amazing. Wow. Yeah, David A, do you think all that's possible? Like, and do you think you'd be the one? Would you just like replace Rogue Mega Tyranitar, for example, for Primal Groudon, and they would just do like the same stuff? Or would you like replace the Rogue Mega fights and then like you make all the attack animations that they do after that? I'm curious if it's just like a skin or actually modified. Okay, so Kofu. Let's figure out what Kofu has. Just thinking what poison move I can just do this real quick. Sludge Wave. Okay, and then Acid Spray. I don't want to forget. Alright, Kofu. Old Man Kofu. Unibrow Kofu. So he leads with his Crabominable. Okay. And then he has a Swanna, which is why I brought Volt Tackle. I don't think we outspeed though, and we can't take a Brave Bird if we lead with Emboar, which is unfortunate. But we can lead with Chandelure though. Okay. Yeah, just for that sole purpose, I guess. Just to take out the... I mean, it could. Who would be next? It could be anybody would be next, you know? Okay. So we need water switch-ins then. A Brave Bird switch-in would be good. Yeah. You know what? Could I do like any shenanigans with this? Like, could I say like, oh, go for Drain Punch on me? Or Ice Hammer? I could go for Ice Hammer though if I'm disguised as Crocodile or Hydreigon, because they're both weak to fire and ice. Well, I could put... You know what? I'm going to try some Hisuian Zoroark shenanigans. And we're just going to see what happens. But definitely need Hydreigon here. Haxorus, probably not. Okay. Okay, alright, we got the team. Let's do it. Alright, Old Man Kofu. Alright. You would change their regular moves, like, while their ultimate moves, like Altaria Tornado, yeah, would be the same. Okay, that would still be sick. I think that's still fine. I think that would be sick. Like, even Mega Blastoise instead of Mega Frostlass, because ice still makes sense. But Blastoise is underutilized. Veluza should have been Flay Away, or should have Flay. Yeah, I think that they should have it as well, but I haven't seen it yet, so I'm hesitant to put it down. All right, so this is a Hisuian Zoroark, and so the hope is that we can use Hyper Voice. Yes, perfect. We don't KO, and I hope they're going for Drain Punch is what I'm hoping for, because like you wouldn't go for Ice Hammer, right? You wouldn't. Why would you go for Ice Hammer? It's neutral. Dude, why would you do that? Because you would go for the super effective move, right? Unless you don't see illusions. You just like saw right through me, which is unfortunate. Oh man, that felt bad. That feels bad. All right. Well, I just don't want to miss. I guess we're just gonna go with Excadrill. That was terrible. I just lost my Hisuian Zoroark for literally no reason. All right. Yeah. I don't know if they would have done anything. They did have Blood Moon though, which I was excited to use after using Throat Spray to raise our special attack, but I guess it doesn't matter. Okay, so Blastoise. What does Blastoise have? Blastoise has Wave Crash, Iron Defense, and Earthquake. So I don't know what he's like wanting to do between Wave Crash and Earthquake, right? because they're both super effective, but you resist both of them, which is kind of a good deal. Okay, and then if he uses Iron Defense, we hit on the special side. So it'd be a total throw if you used Iron Defense. Alright, and you just totally threw, so without trying to get any damage on. Alright. David, you're cooking. David, you are cooking. Alright, Leaf Storm. Wow, he survived it. Iron Defense. I don't understand. Alright, but we're gonna go for Terra Starstorm in case he does a switch into someone like Hisuian Ghidra, but he doesn't. So that's fine. Alright. Yeah, who's next? This is Swanna. Swanna wants to Liquidation and Brave Bird, so probably Brave Bird. So you're like the only person that resists that. But I guess the problem is now you can go for Liquidation. I'm kind of in a pickle. Blastoise has Body Press. What if they did though? It still does a lot for being resisted. So Liquidation definitely KOs. I think you're faster. You can come in on not very effective damage. And I think that's like the only way we get out of this. Yeah. We lose our air balloon, but it's no big deal. Okay. You know what item has been like really good in we're faster, right? Yeah. You know what item has been really good lately that I've been really enjoying in Legends ZA is the Shell Bell during Rogue Mega Battle. So I'm kind of curious, instead of like using a Citrus Berry, I think I want to use a Shell Bell in one of these battles and see if I've just been sleeping on it all the time. You know, because who knows? It could be a really good item. Okay, so Hisuian Ghidra. You usually like to set up a Sand, and then Flash Cannon I don't think KOs, because you're not like that offensive. So Dragon Pulse, but we don't go for the chance to flinch because why not, right? Alright, that's why you go for the chance to flinch. But they have the leftovers. Okay, you should try Emerald Elite Redux. Is Emerald Elite Redux, is that the one with like, every Pokemon has like 4 abilities? Look at that, Mega Launcher boosted, Dark Pulses. Not doing much. Okay, so they set up the Sand. I don't know why they're like obsessed with doing that. It does 20 damage though. Yeah. I wonder if Dragon Pulse is like enough to KO, because it is just fairly stronger now. Okay, so we did get the range. I don't think Dark Pulse would have. So maybe that was a high roll, but that was like best case scenario if we just have Sandstorm kill too. We did Politoed, but then you just immediately cancel it out. Okay, so Politoed, I've only ever seen Surf from Politoed, and then they set up the ring with the Drizzle ability. So I think we're gonna U-turn. I don't know who into, but I'm banking out being Surf. Substitute. Really? Interesting. Okay. Didn't see that coming, but alright, free Leaf Storm, I guess, right? And I guess this is when we find out if they have Ice Beam. But I think it'll just be too late. Surf. So they must not have... Ooh, that was kind of a lot. Okay. They must not have a way to really damage me. Alright, perfect. We're in a commanding position. Okay, I wish that was a little bit more. But it makes sense. Alright, so we're +2 special attack, which is really good. And I think the only Pokemon he has left is Veluza. We like to Terra Psychic. Yeah. And from what I remember, Veluza is like slower than I always think, and then Serperior is like faster than I always think. And just to make sure that we KO this Pokemon, we're gonna use Terra Stellar, Terra Starstorm, which is always super effective when the opponent's Terrestrialized too. So yeah, I hope this does work. I think it's gonna one-shot, honestly, but we'll see. I wonder if the AI just doesn't see, like the illusion thing with the Zoroark. I wonder if like the AI just doesn't, they only see like damage roll numbers, they don't see type matchups. That really sucks. Alright, there should be one shot. One shot. Alright, great. So, casualties. It could be worse, but it is what it is. Alright. Alright, so Larry. Okay, so I have lost Emboar to weakness policy female oinkalone. I drain punched it in the past, in the fat, I guess, in the thick fat. And then their weakness policy procced and they killed me with the high horsepower. I was devastated, but we're not gonna let that happen again because now I know. So they have weakness policy Oinkalone. They have an intimidating Staraptor, who I don't think has. Braviary does have close combat. An intimidating Weirdeer, Mousehold, and then Terrastellar Snorlax with Metronome and Facade. So burn is not a viable strategy against them. But okay, so who should we bring? So I guess first things first. RIP. And then Emboar should definitely come. And so should you, because you are fighting type. Close combat, double edge. Well, I think maybe Hydreigon's not the best. Yeah, okay. So let's try this. Let's give it a shot. Alright, Larry. Let's see what you got. Alright, so this time we're in a close combat, similar to what we did with Ursaluna. Because we have to guarantee that this thing... Oh, they're faster? Wow, dude, I had no idea that they're faster. I guess I could have Drain Punched. I did train my Emboar differently. Last time I faced this, I was max speed, but now I'm max HP. So I guess Drain Punch was optimal. Man, especially... I guess it's not though. Well, I think it probably is. I think I'm overthinking it, but alright. Yeah. I guess we're just gonna start with you. Oh man, I should have given this guy the Rocky helmet. Yeah. It's all good though. Alright, how much does this do? Brave Bird, yeah. Like half. Dang, dude. Okay, I did not think that would happen. This isn't good. I must say that this is not good. This is probably the worst situation I could be in because I don't know if I'm faster. And I think that's the only thing... Yeah, I think it's the only thing to hope on. Okay, we hit. Alright. So that would have been really bad. That was almost really, really bad. Okay. So good thing we made it through that. Braviary. Okay. And you have close combat. So I know for a fact it's a free switch into you if I want to. With your ghost typing. But what other moves do you have? You have Brave Bird and close combat, so you could just immediately Brave Bird afterwards. But I think we could take one of them. Alright, let's see if at least we get a free switch. Man, I should just kept a dark type for Weird Gear's Future Sight. Alright, we'll figure it out. Close combat. Okay, so free switch. If we're gonna hit overheat, we have the white herb, so that way we can use you again if it comes down to it. Okay, so it's 90% accurate. We hit, which is good, and we KO. Alright. So it probably worked out best case scenario so far. Alright, so the white herb gets our special attack back to where it was. Dude, white herb and Legends ZA also has been going hard for me too. I'm not gonna lie. I've been liking that strategy a lot. Okay. So the question is, do we bring a dark type? It's okay, so the Intimidate doesn't matter, because the future sight's not what I'm looking forward to, and we didn't. We brought someone who resists it though. Okay, and so after this, Larry would have, yeah, his Braviary, he had Mouse Hold and Snorlax left. And at some point, yeah, so it'll be fine. Okay, so I think we go for Dark Pulse for guaranteed damage and the potential flinch. Okay, flinch. All right. Perfect. This is good news. All right, then flamethrower, doesn't matter. All right, so the flinches are paying off huge right now. Mouse hold, okay. So the mouse hold, you would think it has population bomb, wouldn't go for it. I've only ever seen Trailblaze and Swift. So the question is, like, who do I want to position for the end game? Is it you? Or is it you? No, I think it's definitely you, because Drain Punch is going to keep us healthy. All right. So we specifically brought Machamp Jr. to close out Snorlax. I'm not gonna lie, I like Machamp better, but Conkeldurr has better stats. You can't do that. Alright, so I think it's just gonna be a Drain Punch because I don't think Mach Punch kills, and we're just gonna get all of our HP back. Low kick. Alright. It's a good thing I didn't do much. To get us back to full health. Alright, sick. Low kick though, I did not see that coming. Alright, and he's going to send in Snorlax. I think the plan is still to Drain Punch. There's no reason to do anything else. I just hope he doesn't pull something stupid with Facade. Like, I don't know, man. Like, Play Rough or Play Rough Crit. Geomancy. Something ridiculous. But I think this should be fine. We should definitely outspeed, right? Yeah. Alright, or I guess we just one-shot. So, I can't remember if we have Iron... Oh, the crit. I think the crit definitely matters. I know Snorlax isn't like the bulkiest Pokemon in the world, especially on the physical defensive side, but Drain Punch is only a 75 base power move. But we do have the... I think we might have Iron Fist and Punching Glove. I can't remember what ability I gave him, but I think it was Iron Fist and Punching Glove, so maybe it made a difference. And I should have traded... I should have made like a bulky, bulk up, Rage Fisting, Drain Punching set. That would be sick. I should do that with Annihilate when I get the chance. Alright, so who's next? It's Rhyme. Rhyme for a double battle. Okay, so Rhyme... Who does she lead with? Ninetales and Bascule Legion she leads with. Okay. So... They have Burning Jealousy, Energy Ball, so I can't set up in front of her. I don't know if it matters, even if I wanted to. They have Burning Jealousy. You know what? Chandelure has Flash Fire for an immunity. But how can I get rid of that Bascule Legion? Ooh, Samurott could come to play. Yeah. Sharpness boosted Kowtow Cleaves. Yeah, okay, so we definitely bring all the dark types. We leave behind the psychic types because that's just silly to do. And then I think that would be the best case scenario. And the dragon, yeah, we leave Superior behind. Too risky. Alright, so leaving Superior, Conkeldurr, and Emboar behind because they're weak to Air Slash. Yeah. Alright, we got this. somehow. Okay, let's do it. It's gonna be bad, I think, if let's see. So Ninetales lead with Basculegion. I really need to take out I need to take out both of them in one shot. If I could. Who knows? Let's see. Because I don't want to get energy balled, but at the same time, Ninetales always disappoints me with their damage output, so why would they not disappoint me also here? Alright, so we're going to use Moongeist Beam. Hopefully that KOs, and then Razor Shell. Hopefully that KOs. Alright. Shiny Chandelure is so sick. Okay, so we did get the one shot. So that means Chandelure is going to be safe. And then we'll see if Samurott wants to be safe too. They do. Great. Perfect. Couldn't be a better first turn. Trevenant. Okay, so the grass type definitely needs to go. And then Toxtricity. Okay, so if we look at the docs. Okay, so Trevenant has Phantom Force and Woodhammer. The problem though is that he has the Quick Claw, the overpowered. Do I have Sucker Punch? I do have Sucker Punch. The question is, do I want to risk it? I think I do lose our weakness. But who's to say? He might go for Phantom Force too on Chandelure. I just don't want to get Woodhammered. Is the problem. Yeah. We're just going to do it. We're just going to Terastallize into the Psychic type. I chose Psychic for Psycho Cut for some reason. Sorry, let me move that. I went Psychic for Psychic type for some reason for stab Psycho Cuts, thinking it might be good. Sorry I kept it on there so long. Alright, Sucker Punch doesn't KO. It doesn't. But he didn't get the Quick Claw proc either way, so it doesn't matter. So we pretty much Terastallized for nothing. And we're going to be weak to whoever we face. So that was a pitiful move. But it's okay. Discharge. Okay, so that helps though. No para? Of course you get the para. Okay. And then Noivern. Okay. So Discharge, Air Slash, Boom Burst, Overdrive. Why didn't you just use Overdrive? You're hitting yourself. Okay, so... yeah, this is a tough situation. So we could take another one of those, but the problem is we can't take another 2 attacks. We might have to double switch. So it could be you. I need to get rid of the Air Balloon for something more useful. So I guess first and foremost you, right? Crocodile to be immune to any electric type move. And then Samurott, you might get Air Slash, you might get Boom Bursted. You've already got Boom Bursted, but you resist both of those. Alright, let's see. The double switch. Alright, so we're loaded dice, Scale Shot, Crocodile. And so my hope is that, oh, we're also immune to electric, which is great. So we have Dark Pulse. We're immune, so that's, or not immune, but you know, we have Sludge Wave and Dark Pulse. You only hit your own teammate. Oh, and Crocodile. Oops. Okay. Did I get Crocodile Earthquake? I did. Alright. I'm gonna write that down. We have Dark Pulse and Sludge Wave. So this Toxtricity has a poison move. And then we also have Dark Pulse. Dark move. Dark Pulse. Favorite, I guess. Alright. Okay, so I'm gonna use Scale Shot into you. And then Drill Run into you. Oh, we're faster? We missed though? Bro! That's why I hate using moves like that. Don't flinch. Don't flinch. Alright, that definitely gets the one shot. Ah, that's so annoying. Okay. So Houndstone's out now. Luterra goes, if I remember right. So I think we're just gonna knock off into it this time. And I think we're just gonna go for Rock Slide. I was thinking about Accelerock for like guaranteed damage in case we don't. Because I think this Houndstone is fluffy. They have like really high defense, it seems. But I guess Accelerock makes contact too, so it wouldn't do much help. But at least we get to knock off the item, whatever it might be. And find out what the item is. Knock off, okay. Ooh, that was like not a lot at all. They're clearing it. I think I already knew that. Dark Swing. They're going for that punch strategy, huh? And they got it! Poltergeist? Dang, does that mean Excadrill's gone now? Because Terra boosted? Totally, isn't it? It does mean that Excadrill is gone. I should use Accelerock as one last dying wish. Dang it, Excadrill. Alright. That feels awful. Would protecting help me at all? Maybe you're faster than Noivern. Alright, we'll see if this is the good option or not. Alright, surely we can't miss Scale Shot twice, right? Oh, Hydreigon's faster than everybody. I should have just Dragon Pulse the Noivern. For some reason I thought Hydreigon was slow, but alright. That works perfectly. As long as it doesn't like show like Draco Meteor or something dumb. Oh wow. Well, we have the loaded dice, so it's at least gonna be 4 hits. I think okay, that's enough. The first hit just seemed like it wasn't that much at all. Sick, we lost X. Great. Stoked about that. I guess my favorite Pokemon is Steel because they have the same typing, the Steel and the Ground type, but Excadrill is just kind of weaker, and they don't. I want them to play the same, but they just don't. Because I like the bulky Steel Ground type much more. All right, so this is Tulip. This is a bit interesting. Okay, so her Espathra has swept me like at least 3 times, I think, with the Lumina Crash speed boost. So I'm kind of nervous for that. Okay, but she leads with Forges. Wow, you know what? Excadrill would have been perfect to lead it to go against Forges. But okay. And they also have Milotic, they're superior of their own, Meowstic, Gardevoir, and yeah, this is a pretty stacked team. Alright, Excadrill's going in the box. We don't want to bring... Oh, we definitely want to bring Superior in case for a switch in against Lumina Crash. Alright. And then is anybody... You at least... Assuming Braviary at least resists Psychic, and Haxorus doesn't. Yeah, I guess Braviary would be better than Haxorus, so that's what we're gonna do. Alright, so here's the team. And I guess to start off, we could start off with Samurott and hitting a flip turn, because I know this thing is like physically, or it's very specially bulky. And then we could go into like a Chandelure. Do you have anything that would be super effective against? We have Moongeist Beam, but do you have anything super effective against them? Smog is not going to get it done. Okay. Alright, well, let's not overthink it. Let's just do it and see what happens. Let's do it. It's crazy because I can't wait to play more Legends ZA later today. I'm currently playing a video game. But whatever. Alright. So, yeah, she's going to leave with Forges. And we're definitely going to be baiting a Fairy move, but I feel like this is going to be the better strategy to use Flip Turn, which is a physical move. A physical move. So that, yeah, so that was like half damage. And I don't know, I'm thinking that they might have like some type of psychic move, but this at least guarantees that we come in on a berry move, you know, to keep as healthy as possible. Dazzling Gleam, okay, and then Moongeist Beam for the KO, right? Wow, it's not the KO. What is it then? Moonblast. Special attack drop? No. Wow, that's crazy. It's a good thing we did the strategy then. But it's it's also crazy that they have 3 berry moves. But I guess so. Okay, but now I guess that this KOs, right? Yep. Okay. So that was the better strategy. And good thing they don't have like Psychic or something like that. Alright, who is it? Milotic. Milotic probably has some type of water move, right? Yeah, Scald and Surf. So we don't know which one they're going to go for, because I'm sure both of them KO. Do they have a fairy move? They do. They have Alluring Voice. Okay, so I guess you're the only water switch in. Okay. Alright, so they do have Alluring Voice and they do have Ice Beam. Alright, so let's see, they have Scald, okay. So, oh, they burned me. Okay, it doesn't matter if you're a special attacker, but I'm wondering if I'm going to survive an Ice Beam. I guess I just don't, I guess for that reason I want to use Giga Drain. Okay. Hoping more, but I think, okay, so, alright, good amount of HP, Ice Beam. I figured this, at least we can't get frozen now. Alright, so maybe it was a good thing that we did that. Okay, so that does 20 damage, the burn itself. So, I guess we're going to have to go for a Leaf Storm. 99% accurate with our wide lens, we do hit it. Alright, so this should KO, it's stronger, yeah. And then we're going to survive with like 20 HP left. Okay. Now I really want a Superior to be my switch in on Illumina Crash, but I guess we have some Dark type Pokemon and it's fine for that reason. But okay, so what could you potentially use? I'm tempted to use a Giga Drain. So she has Future Sight and Aura Sphere. As far as I know. I know they're especially bulky though, so it's like, I don't know if they're gonna, yeah, I guess I don't really know if I have another option because I don't want to come in on an Aura Sphere and like super effective damage, but I think they like want to set up, we're just gonna go for it. I think that they want, oh, that was not much, dude. They want to set up a Future Sight is what I'm hoping for. Dude, no way. Okay, they did. Alright, so how many Pokemon do they have left? Alright, so then... So Leaf Storm definitely KOs. And Future Sight's not coming in next, right? It's like, it's 2 turns after, and that was 1 turn, right? 99% chance to hit. Okay, so this means that we can switch on the next attack now, right? It's not this turn, right? Please don't say it. Please don't say it. Okay, perfect. This is working out great. Okay, we have to switch to a Dark type. And then, what moves does he have? So, Meowstic has Alluring Voice, Shadow Ball, Psychic, and Dazzling Gleam. So, I don't know what they could be using, is the problem. Because I think everything KOs, and I don't want to do a bad decision here. So, I guess I'm just going to use Hisuian Braviary. I know you're weak to Shadow Ball, but you're at least neutral. The 2 fairy moves. Let's see. Psychic. Alright, perfect. That's fine. So Shadow Ball should not KO. Your special defense fell. And we take that attack. Alright. Yeah. So now we're gonna get hit by a Shadow Ball for sure. Alright. I guess this is how it goes. But I don't think you go for a fairy move. I think you go for the Shadow Ball because it does the most damage. Psyshock. Did I know you have that? Oh, I have Psychic. Okay. So I think we're faster and we can U-turn. Yes. Wow, they did big damage. Okay. I'm wondering if we should have terastallized there. Because you're definitely using a fairy move. Why am I not steel? Huh. Alright. Definitely using a fairy move. Do you survive? Oh man, this is such a bad spot. Alright, Chandelure, we're risking it. We have another fire type. I hope you survive. Alluring Voice. Show me Alluring Voice, please. Yes. Okay, great. I don't know if we're faster. Now you're gonna go for... Okay, so this is a good positioning. Right? Because you're gonna go for Shadow Ball. And there's gonna be no special defense drop this time. Okay. And I know we're faster, so a Sucker Punch gets the rest of the KO. Alright, so we got out of it. We still have the stupid Serperior though, dude. And the Espathra. No way. Alright, so no chance we're faster. Oh, okay. I bet it uses Leaf Storm. And I should just get the Shell Bell out on this guy. I just thought about like trying it again, but I guess I spaced because I remember the Air Balloon wasn't effective before. Okay, so that's good because we resist that. And I guess the question is, should I set the Tailwind? I think I Dark Pulse first, just to... Yeah, that's what I'm scared of, the Swords Dance. The Swords Dancing Menace. We didn't even KO. I thought we'd be faster. So I guess we're gonna take this hit no matter what then. Yeah. Okay. So this now means that that's the first turn of Tailwind, it's kind of a waste. This is the second turn of Tailwind. But this now guarantees the outspeed against this Espathra, and there's no shot a Mega Launcher boosted stab super effective Dark Pulse doesn't KO. And I'm gonna do the Shell Bell right after this on Hydreigon because I'm thinking that could be a good, really good item. Alright, so I mean we got out of this Deathless, which is great, because Tulip is usually pretty tough. So how much HP would be like worth it to get back to like full HP, right? With the Shell Bell? Is it an eighth of the damage dealt? 800. So if I did like 800 HP, 800 HP points in damage, I would gain back 100 HP. It's like 3 one-hit KOs. That's kind of a lot, but I guess it's better than Air Balloon. I guess we'll have to make that decision in a second. That was Psychic. Shock. Okay. So, alright, we're now on to our 8th gym leader. So this one's kind of tricky for sure because he likes to send in his Abomasnow last with Snow Warning and the Icy Rock, so he has 8 turns of snow, and then he uses his Slush Rush to Titan to do Terra Ground boosted Earthquakes and Ice Spinners. So he hasn't swept me before, but he's not a pushover like he once was, which is like the hard thing, you know. So let's see who I want to like start against. So Alolan Ninetales is the beginning, and I guess Chandelure would not be good here. I mean, it could be. Hydreigon's definitely not. Braviary's definitely not. Crocodile, that's superior. Definitely not. I mean, it could be. Oh man, I've got a ring. So only Samurott and Chandelure. Okay, so I think Conkeldurr definitely fighting type against ice types. Emboar definitely. I guess superior for a ground resist. If he gets like an earthquake thing going. You know. And then last one, I guess I'm gonna bring Hydreigon for the air balloon. All right. Who do I want to lead though? Because if I did Conkeldurr, right, do we think that a Punching Glove, Iron Fist, Quad Effective Bullet Punch would KO a Ninetales? We're gonna find out. Let's see if they do. I'm gonna bet yes. Alright. Ninetales, yes, this is what we expected. And I think you have a fairy move, but it won't matter. Yeah, you have Dazzling Gleam. Okay. Snow Warning. Oh, that increases your defense. So let's see if the snow does increase ice type defense, but it is not enough. Okay. Oh, it was a crit. I wonder if that matters. Should I do the calcs? If it doesn't kill, I would be super surprised since snow gives defense buff. Yeah, totally. I want to do the calcs. Does that crit matter? I was going to be surprised too, in all honesty. But now I'm curious. Okay. So we have Alteria's Cloud9. I'm just so curious about this calc right now. I just typed in Altaria instead of Ninetales. Bullet Punch, it does always get the KO, so it didn't matter. Okay. Now, what does this Altaria have? Altaria so far has shown Draco Meteor and Cotton Guard. Are they going to drop a Draco on me? Do I want to find out? I don't really have anything good, but if they dropped a Draco on anybody, I guess it should be you. Because no one else has... Yeah. Alright, I guess we're going to get the Draco drop on us, but we're going to Bullet Punch first. Just to see what happens. How much does that do? Okay, like a third maybe? Cotton Guard. This is going to raise your defense by a lot. Drastically, so that's 3 stages. That probably would have been the best option to switch into you now, but now we got to take a Draco on somebody. So I guess we're just going to have to live with the mistake. Yeah, that does much less now. Alright, so Draco Meteor is fine now. Oh, that still doesn't do that much. Okay, so I really want to get your special attack really lowered then. Because I'm going to bring in Superior in a moment. Okay, perfect. So I don't want to risk you to a crit now. But Superior's going to go in, and they're going to drop a Draco. And then who's he going to send in next, do you think? Oops. Draco Meteor. Okay, that is like 42 damage. That's perfect. Alright. Snow stops, so that prevents all the shenanigans. Now I wonder if he's coded to like hard switch in a Bomb Snow whenever the snow's ended, or he just does that at the very end. Because I'm finding that he does that at the very end. Oops. Frostmoth. Okay, so what is Frostmoth? Freeze Dry and Dazzling Gleam. So I don't know. Oops. I meant to go to switch on Pokemon. That's not what I meant to do. So hopefully this doesn't bite me. Bug Buzz. Please don't be a lot. Dude, a misclick. I meant to look at my Pokemon. No way. That's terrible, dude. Oh my gosh, dude. They have the Focus Sash too, so why would I do that? That's just so unfortunate. Alright. I'm hating that right now, honestly. Bug Buzz. Is there any bug move here? I guess the positive is that we got more information, right? You always gotta look at the positive. Alright. So we lost our Superior, who I thought was going to be an answer to a lot of Pokemon, which sucks. And so we're just going to send in Chandelure in there. We were playing like pretty smart up until this point too. Alright, so Flamethrow, KO. They had the Focus Sash. What would I've done? I think it would have been good to go into, yeah, Chandelure. You would have quad resisted Bug Buzz. I don't know what they could have done to you. Man, Abomasnow. So this is not his last Pokemon. So I do want to try to like waste some turns of Snow. That makes this a Titan like much less scary. I've only ever seen that he has Scary Face. But I think for that reason, I'm just going to use Dark Pulse and see if I can get a flinch. Alright. I don't want to get greedy. So we'll just waste one turn of Snow. It's not that big of a deal, but it could be. Alright. I think it's Cinccino now. What do they have? I've only ever seen Endeavor. We're immune to that. Yeah, so I guess we'll just Flamethrower them. Trailblaze they have. A lot of Pokemon have Trailblaze. Okay. So you're still faster. No big deal. Burn? Okay. Triple Axle. One time. Dude, that was what a pathetic performance. Oh man. Okay. So Trailblaze and Triple Axle. We did get more information now. Okay, so here's kind of like the scary part. He says Titan. I do think it has Slush Rush. And he's going to Terrasilize into the ground type. And so we want to switch to Hydreigon on an air balloon because they're going to use Earthquake. But I want to write some of this stuff down first. Alright, so good information. Alright. So I hope right now that he's like, he doesn't have Liquidation. I know that Titans get Liquidation, so I'm hoping that he doesn't have it. I don't know if he just does Earthquake and we can dodge with the air balloon. So let's see. So Earthquake, okay, great. So how many turns of Snow are left? That's kind of a big deal, right? It's 3 turns left. Okay, so Ice Spinner, I'm assuming. Right? Some type of ice move. Let's see how much damage this does. Let's see how many times we can do this safely. Alright, 203. Ice Spinner. Yeah. So 203 HP down 2. So 80. So that was the last time on you. No big deal. Because we still have Emboar at full health. Which is good. But I think Emboar is slower than Titan naturally. I don't want to take an Earthquake because I don't think that I can. Earthquake, okay. How many turns are left? Only one turn left. Okay, so he's gonna use Ice Spinner, so I could just go into you. Alright, Brionac, this is the moment. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Okay, you are faster than Emboar naturally, so I think even if the Snow went down, it wouldn't be good. Alright, so Ice Spinner is gonna be not very effective. Not much damage, right? Kind of a lot more damage than I was expecting. The Snow stops. So I guess because of that, I'm scared about Earthquake. So I'm just going to Flip Turn. We outspeed now because the Snow's done. I think Razor Shell would have KO'd because of sharpness. But I just didn't want to risk it. And now that I'm thinking about it, I should have given Chandelure Levitate. I didn't know what ability to give, so I just gave him Flash Fire. And I think this is over now. We're just going to finish this off with the Dragon Pulse. Okay. So we lost Superior due to a misclick. That doesn't feel good at all. Especially since the grass types are so good against Rika. And I think I would have made it out of there without a sack too, without a KO too, without a casualty if I would have just not misclicked. Wow. All right. So, we're gonna move on to Rika now. Unova's holding it down. Not every run has gotten past Tulip, which is pretty good. So I've only know that Mudsdale has close combat. It's the only thing I know. Alright, so who do I want to lead against Mudsdale knowing that? And then who do I want to bring? I guess there's not many options to bring anymore. It's like the list is dwindling. But I'm going to put Superior away. Alright. Braviary, I guess, for always having the ability to dodge things. You know, I'm going to lead Braviary against Mudsdale. Because I don't think they can do much to me. And then I can boost my speed with Esper Wing, potentially Air Slash flinch them, or Baton Pass it to somebody else. Okay, Chandeler's not coming. Neither is Zambor. And I guess that means the only two left, huh? Yeah, I guess that's gonna be it. Oh, what if I could Esper Wing everything, all the boosts to Crocodile for his Moxie boost? That could be good. All right, let's do this. Fingers crossed. First member of the Elite Four. So I think this is like the third furthest I've ever gotten. Because I think, the third time I've ever gotten to the Elite Four. Because I think that this is my 6th attempt, and Tulip has taken 3 of them. And then Poppy has taken 2, and then the Team Star Leader Mela has taken 1. So, all right. Yeah, Esper Wing to start, because I don't know what move you have. Oh wow, and you got a crit. Oh, the friendship mechanic. I need to turn that off. Iron Head. A crit for a crit. I still haven't done the stupid shell dog thing just to test it out. Okay, so you have Iron Head. Good information. Iron Treads. So I think you have Supercell Slam if I'm not mistaken. Review, Supercell Slam. Okay, so that would mean that a Baton Pass would be free. Yeah, we're definitely outspeed after those 2 boosts. And I think Crocodile is the best option. My only ground type left. Yeah. Okay. Rock Slide. Really? Okay. So we could go Knock, but I think I just want an Earthquake just to guarantee this and get a Moxie boost. Alright. Critical hit. It's like the 3rd critical hit. We got a Moxie boost, which is good. Who's she sending in? She's sending in Great Tusk. Okay. So I think Great Tusk has close combat. So I guess it could feel bad that we're just going to immediately waste the boosts, you know? You do quad resist it, and then they are going to have, yeah. So it's kind of bad that we got crit. I wonder how bad it's going to be, but I think that Great Tusk has really poor special defense, if I remember right. Okay, and then with the special defense drop especially, an Esper Wing should definitely KO, right? Yeah, it's faster. It's stronger than Air Slash too. All right. Okay, so the crit made it a little bit scary, but it's fine. All right, who's next? It's Garchomp or Landorus? So who is it? Alright, it's Garchomp, and Garchomp is probably going to use an Outrage, is what's probably going to happen. Who can eat an Outrage? Maybe you, but like I don't think that you survive a second one. I think you could survive one, maybe. Oh, this is just bad. Bad news bears. Alright, we're just going to see, I guess. Oh, dude, I should have... No way, I didn't Baton Pass it. Misplay of the century. I think that might cost me somebody. Outrage. Alright, how much is this going to do? Yeah, because I might... Because, believe it or not, there's a chance I outspeed after that. Ugh, that's awful. I guess we're just going to have to get some damage off them. Sorry, Conk. Yeah. Alright, that doesn't feel good. I don't know how much Drain Punch would have done anyways, but it's like probably double the damage, right? We were at 131. I don't know if that would have mattered. I think we still would have lost him because it did 220. Yeah, and I wouldn't even get like 200 damage on him. I think it would have been close. I think it would have been close if we gotten the Drain. Oh. Did I use Kowtow Cleave? I did. So this works perfect. They must have Water Absorb, is what just happened here. Okay. Interesting. That makes me think they have Water Absorb for sure. Alright, and they're gonna Terrasilize into the what type? Psychic type. I didn't write that down. That's just such a poor decision all the way around. But alright, so I guess that gets rid of that. Alright then. So now it's either going to be Landorus or Garchomp again. Okay. So now I know we want to go for Razor Shell because that's my highest damaging. But let's see. So he does outspeed, which feels kind of bad. Wow. Okay. Wow, that didn't even KO, but we did get the drop and then the Sucker Punch. Maybe I should have Flip Turned right there. Well, no, I couldn't have because I don't outspeed anyways. But the Sucker Punch got it done. I got Sucker Punched a few times in Draft League, so shout out to whoever showed me that. Alright. I guess the Conk sack was necessary. Alright. I don't know if I'm faster, and it's like, I don't know if I want to find out. But what moves does he have? He has Weather Ball, Earthquake, Sludge Wave, and Sandstorm. I guess I need to know the speed here because I don't want to lose Samurott for nothing. But something's telling me that Landorus is just faster. Yeah, like quite a bit. We are EV trained, but they're 16 points faster, so I think we have to switch to somebody. They could use Earthquake, Sandstorm. Well, alright, so we're gonna go Crocodile. And the strategy here, they could go Sludge Wave just because, you know. Yeah, we do resist it. Don't get a poison. Don't get a poison. Alright, so we're gonna use Scale Shot and miss again. Alright. I'm tweaking because of Zygarde right now. Are you facing the last one? The last battle? Alright, so the Clear Amulet, that's good to know. Sandsteer Storm. It takes me? Bro. Honestly, that's crazy. Wow, I totally did not write this down. So he must have moves. They must have like different moves on like... Yeah, I'm not following here. So they have like different moves sometimes, huh? Every time you play them. Because I did not know they had that move. But, alright. This should KO. So we lost Conkeldurr and Crocodile. I will admit that Crocodile was probably a bad sack. I mean, I didn't know we were faster. I wanted to use Scale Shot into another attack, but that miss. That's why I don't use inaccurate moves. I missed that twice. What is it supposed to be, 90% accurate? Alright, I think we might be down to our last 6 now with some misplays. Alright, so... Dang. Alright, so that's Conk down and Crook down. Yep, so this is our last 4. The good news, it is against a Steel type leader. So let's see. Call a special coach. And I want to go get Poppy. Alright, because who does she lead with? She leads with... Copper Raja. Yeah, okay, so this thing I can't get the hang of. I think it has sheer force because it hits so hard. It might have the life orb too, honestly, because it just hits so hard. But sometimes it likes to use protect. And I'm not sure if they're weak on the physical side or the special side or either of the sides, but I want to see which fire type would be better to start off into them. Stats, so they're both the same. Alright, so Embor. Alright, let's get it done. Okay, so I think the plan is actually we're going to start with Embor against this Copper Raja, and they might protect, they might use Iron, they might go for a ground type move. I bet they have high horsepower if I was betting on it. So I'm going to use close combat to do damage and proc my jetpack and get out of there. Because I don't think that they would use Iron Head against a fire type. They would use something else. They might protect though. So it's like they always protect, and I want to punish it one day by using a setup move. But today was not that day. Close combat, honestly, kind of sucks in Legends ZA. I'd rather use a Brick Break. Because like when you use close combat, they do that like wind up move for a while, you know? And then they hit, and Brick Break is like immediate. So I'm kind of leaning towards like in Legends ZA combat right now to do like these lower powered faster moves over these like higher powered longer moves. But, alright. So we got rid of them, but who do we think that she might go into? Well, I guess I want to go to Hydreigon. But I might switch out immediately. Gudra. Okay, so I guarantee they drop a Draco right here. So it's just going to be a U-turn for sure to get some damage off. I know it's not much, but it's some. Might just get recovered back by the leftovers, honestly, but alright, who can take a Draco? I think you might be able to. Call me crazy. We're fully HP invested. Alright. So it's kind of a lot. But this Drain Punch, this upcoming Drain Punch, should be okay, right? Do they have Earthquake too, though? Because should I just go for close combat? Something's telling me just go for close combat, but something's telling me just go for the Drain Punch. Ooh, they withdrew! Who did withdraw into? Tinkaton? This is going to be neutral. Maybe I should have close combated. Get back a lot of HP. Right? No. I should have invested in defenses. So that way the each HP restored means more, I guess. Okay, so Tinkaton, there's no way we outspeed them. They have Gigaton Hammer or they have Play Rough. It's probably Play Rough. You resist both, so it's not a big deal. Okay. Let's see. Oh, yeah, they got a Terrasilize. I don't remember what turret type I chose. I think I might have chosen like water or something weird. Okay, Terra Steel. I bet it's Play Rough. Bulldoze. Dang, man. No clue that happened. Oh, you know what? Are we faster? I think we're just gonna find out if we're faster by using Overheat. I mean, Flamethrower. What a way to find out we're not faster. I was thinking the wider plate came in clutch. This KOs, doesn't it? Even though we resist it. Yeah. Dang it. Alright. So they can't use it now though, so they're definitely gonna use Play Rough though, or Bulldoze. Bulldoze could KO me. Alright. So I think this is the play. Because we want to use Esper Wing for some speed boost, but I think the first thing is, do you think they're pretty specially tanky, aren't they? I think we just gotta go for it. Yeah. That's it, I knew you could do it. Dude, we missed it. Skitter Smack. Okay. We get that, I guess. If they get the friendship mechanic, I gotta turn that mechanic off. That sucks. It is what it is, though. Nothing to do about it. Skitter Smack. I didn't know you had Skitter Smack. Who she sends in now? The Registeel. Okay, so they're probably gonna use Steel Beam, which is gonna do like half their health. But let's just see what happens. I know it's not gonna do much, but I want to pass a speed boost to Embor. Steel Beam, yeah. How much does this do? About 200 damage. Like you, I don't know. I think I'm gonna air. We have Serene Grace Air Slash punches. Let's see. Flinch, Superpower. Okay, that's really good news actually. Their attack and defense goes down. I think I want to try to go for the flinch one more time. Yep. Hammer Arm. Now their speed's down. Okay. And now we're gonna Baton Pass. This thing is like neutered. Embor. Okay. And then I feel comfortable like drain punching things. I hope he doesn't go for Steel Beam again though. That would be kind of unfortunate. Hard Press. That does damage based on my defense, right? That's a pretty cool move. I haven't seen that move yet. Drain Punch. So we use Superpower. Okay, we got a lot of information here. So we use Superpower, Hammer Arm. I think it's one more. Superpower, Hammer Arm, and then he used Hard Press. Okay, and then this stupid Earthworm just came out. It has Clear Amulet, but that's okay because we can Drain Punch him. We get tons of HP back. That's not tons of HP. And he has Earthquake. Oh, that doesn't do as much as I wanted. 5? Okay, so the question... that did 270 damage? Okay, so we could go into you when... Because how many Pokemon do you have left? You have 3 left, and one of them's Scizor. You could use any move, though, is the problem. I think the best idea is Haxorus, and then make another use of our close combat eject pack. So we can probably tank whatever move is coming our way, whether it's like an Earthquake, Iron Head, and that way we keep our ground move in case we need it for something. Heavy Slam. Okay, so I would have wasted our Air Blade. And then we can close combat. Okay, great. So now he has Scizor left, and what's his name? Hisuian Goodra left. So those are the only 2 people he has left now. Wow, we almost lost Embor. One high roll, we would have been done. So I guess Hydreigon might be the best. Okay. But you also, I like the fact that you can flip turn. Okay, and I think you might be Terra Steel. So I don't know why I did Terra Fighting for Hydreigon. It's still weaker fairy. Okay, so you might drop a Draco on me. What Terra are we? We're Terra Psychic. That was a dumb Terra choice too, if I'm honest. Well, let's see how much a Kowtow Fleet does, and then the dropping of the Draco. All right, so that does KO. Substitute. Did I know you have that? I didn't. I wish I had a sound-based move to hit through it, but of course I don't. So we're gonna have to get rid of this. Good thing we didn't Sucker Punch or anything. But we're just gonna have to get rid of this substitute no matter what. We might drop a Draco here though. It did a lot of damage. Sharpness boosted. You're not known for your special attack, so definitely we survive one? Bro, no way! We don't even survive one? How come this Goodra's, like other Pokemon are always better when other people use it? I feel like whenever I've used Goodra, like I can one-shot anything. But dang, dude. That's 2 deaths. Pretty good mons, too. Yeah, I guess it's you now. Dang. Unfortunate. But this will be the second furthest we've ever made it. We've only made it further in one other run, which is good. Alright, this is Scizor. So we are Terra Fighting type, and right now we're weak to any bug type moves. I'm not sure we can survive anything based off like all the information I've gathered at this point. So we're just going to Terrasilize into the fighting type to resist any bug type move. Fun fact, bug and fighting are the only 2 types that resist each other. Okay, flinch? No, but we can get the Trailblaze. I wonder how good or bad that might be. And that means that Dragon Pulse would have KO'd. Okay, so they're still slower. Alright, so that was almost kind of scary. That was the only move Scizor has ever used against us. That's how dominating of a performance Poppy always puts on. Alright. Alright, so next is Hassel. And he's going to start with a Hydrapple. That's insane. Okay, and I think the Haxorus is choice banded because it does an insane amount of damage, is what I'm finding out. Okay, so interesting. Well, let's go get him. In case anyone's wondering, I'm not facing off against Larry twice because it's going to be the same team. So we're just moving on. And then Gita's going to act like the 4th member of the Elite Four. So, dang, we got to put some people in the... Oops. Emboar, dude. I guess this is the most I've used Emboar, but I want to use more of Emboar. That's sad. Alright, and Samurott. The starters are no longer. And neither is Chandelure. This is what my team looks like now. Alright, I guess we're just going to go with you. Yeah, Jetpack strategy could go hard. Nobody has a ground type move from what I've seen. So I think the berry I'm going to give you is the berry... Is it Haban berry? Is that the one that's for dragons? Yes. Okay. And then I think that's going to be as good as it gets. And I think might get off some air slash punches, I suppose, because we have Spring Grace. Alright, let's do this though. This might be our last battle. I don't have a whole lot of confidence because we only have 3 Pokemon left. The Drap. Okay. The shiny black Haxorus is just so good. Okay, so definitely Glaive Rush. This is gonna look sick. Oh, it's a sword? Dude, that's sick. I had no idea it looked like that. Wow. Wow. I mean, of course, I've only ever seen, what's his face? Baxcalibur use it, but let's get some information, I guess, if we're just gonna do this. What do you have, Dragalge? Draco Meteor? Yeah, okay, so I did know that. I just wanted to see. Okay. So do we think Glaive Rush KOs again? I should give him adaptability next time. Wow, that's such a cool adaptability boosted Glaive Rushes. Could you imagine? We might sweep Hassel with Haxorus. This is sick. Alright. Hydreigon. Let's see who's faster between my Haxorus and my Dragon before we press buttons. 322. It's literally a 2-point difference. No way. All right. Well, let's just do this first. Draco Meteor Outrage is what I'm guessing. It's Draco Meteor. Okay. So everybody wants to drop a Draco. I mean, if they are faster, like, I don't have any other option, I guess. Okay. So it came down to 2 points, but they must not have a timid nature. I did find out that they are EV trained appropriately. Found that out the hard way, because I tried to go in with no EVs at one point. Haxorus. Alright, well again, I guess we're just gonna protect. This might be the easiest battle because of Haxorus. Is Outrage? Close combat you have. Okay. Alright, sickest animation ever. Dude, I had no idea it was a sword, because you could never tell, you know? On, what's his name? I might have blocked it for everybody, I'm so sorry. We'll see it again in a minute. Wonder like that, close combat. Alright, Noivern. Alright, this one's a little bit scary. Because I don't know if Noivern is very fast. Air Slash, or what are you gonna drop? Boom Burst. The other one was fast too, didn't it? Yeah. It's a sick move. You pair the Boom Burst with like Ghost Spray. Sick move. Alright. I guess I don't really have any option but to Glade Rush again. If they're faster, you know, they're faster, but we'll see. Dragon Pulse. Dang it. Alright. So, that was not very good. So that means that you're probably not faster, so I guess you're gonna be my only hope. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna have to go for Esper Wing. Alright, it's sure they survived that, right? Esper Wing. Now we have the speed advantage. A crit. That was a crit, bro. The damage output sucks. This is a Noivern. Air Slash Flinch. You're still faster? I think that's the end. I think this is the end. Hassel was upset he never got through here, but okay. Unless Hydreigon can do it. Hydreigon against the world. Boom Burst. So they stayed away from a dragon move because of my berry. I guess the run has to end here though, because Gita's a double battle. Can I try to take Gita on with a single Pokemon? I guess I'm gonna find out. So he terrestrializes into the ice type if I remember. I guess we have to get there first. But I could have gone for the air flinch chance, but I didn't want to again like miss out on the KO by like 5 HP, so we're just gonna go for Dragon Pulse. And I think this might be the last move of the run. Let's see. Mega Launcher boosted. Maybe the Life Orb would have gotten the KO. Outrage. Do we survive because of the berry? We don't. The berry didn't matter. Alright, so I guess Hassel did take one from us. Wow. What a run. We normally don't make it that far. Normally two will get us. Oh, I knew he had Outrage. Okay, I knew that. Alright. Well, that was a lot of fun, guys. I think I'm going to do Kalos next, but I think I'm going to stream a couple of more Legends ZA things content first, because I'm really liking it. It's still new, obviously. It's still fresh. I'm still loving it. I'm loving the content, you know, but yeah, it's going to be the end.